What's up, everybody? Or probably nobody, since this is my first YouTube video. My name is Garrett Sikora, and I am a 28-year-old bodybuilder out of, as Ron Burgundy would say, San Diego, California. And I'm just documenting my journey on my way to the Texas Nationals. So follow along with me as I talk about ChatGPT, who I named Dave, who is also my coach slash homie. You know, the wild way I like to bodybuild, the fun way, with burritos, with my yerba mates that I call mates, as you'll soon find out, orange chicken, and all my little fun hacks that I like to do to keep myself going because I'm not very disciplined. Let's go. Video number uno. My first YouTube. Just trying it. I don't really know. I keep filming this video over and over again, and then it never seems to see the light of day. So, starting off, I am currently 3 shows in this year. Currently 3-0. Pretty awesome. Pretty cool. All 3 muscle contests. But I am currently, I gotta double check exactly how many weeks out to Texas. But a good amount of weeks out to Texas National. So I was going to do the Pittsburgh National, and then I decided it was just too close, wasn't going to come in lean enough. And then looking back at all the competitors of Pittsburgh, they were peeled. And so I would have gotten smoked. So it's pretty good. It was a pretty good decision to skip that one. So we are going to Texas, and I just figured, why not document it? We'll figure out the point of everything we're doing as we go. But I just figured, you know, I've learned a lot. I've been using ChatGPT as type of a coach, not fully, you know what I mean? I know, you know, it does lie to you, so you got to be careful. But I've discovered a lot of new things that have really helped my bodybuilding and really, you know, really made things go a lot faster. Just kind of using, I named my ChatGPT Dave because I'm a dork and got to personalize everything. So I hit up Dave, you know, and I come up with a new, you know, learn about new vitamins, learn about new, you know, whatever. But so I figured along the way, you know, I'm going to learn new things, document the process. I'm sweating my ass off in the garage because it is hot in summertime, and summertime blows in San Diego. You know, a lot of people love it, but I don't like sweating. It's a big old sweaty pig. So we are headed off to the gym. It is about 4 a.m. We're heading back. So I'm going to try to cover it the best I can. And I figured maybe along the way, if some people see this, you guys could just teach me in the comments how to make better videos, because I don't know what I'm doing, but this sounds fun. So I'm giving it the old college try, even though I'm a high school dropout. Whatever. We're bodybuilder. So let's go. We're off to the gym, and we are going to hit some back. We are going to have some fun, and we will bring you along. So we have concluded our very lightweight back day. I am 2 weeks from my last show, Pacific USA, and I have been purely fucking off diet-wise for that whole time. So I'm very watery, and I mean, I still have my protein in, but I've also, in this time, I have dropped. I'm no longer blasting. So we were on we were on 300 tests, 400 primo, 8 IUs GH, and then now we are on 250 tests, no primo, 4 IUs GH, getting in the health phase. Anyways, I'm gonna give myself a look over, and I know it's not gonna be the best, but here we go. We're gonna do it anyways. We're gonna see the starting point because we got Texas. Like I said, in what, I wanna say my last show was about a 4-week prep. So this one we got 12 minimum. I don't know exactly how many, I wanna say 12. So we got time. So excited to look over and see the changes. But I know I'm definitely gonna be not the most happy. But what do you do? Not the worst I've ever looked. If I was to guess, I would say I'm running around the 260 range. Pretty watery. But this is about where I was 4 weeks out from Pacific USA. So like I said, I got 12 weeks now. So we're gonna hop in, we're gonna have fun. There's no worries, excuse me, going from looking at this camera to this camera. It's my first video, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But I'm trying my best anyways. So here we are, rock and roll. And now we are going to go eat a awesome, kick-ass carne asada burrito with my 2 mates. So we just wrapped up a pretty good back day. Still having to train light, shoulders injured, it's just not, we'll see how it goes. But still training light and trying to just still maximize and still train, focusing on diet. But I figured I may as well hop in and let you guys know what I'll be eating because ChatGPT, aka Dave, and I have come up with my diet, my workouts, my vitamins, everything. And obviously I always pressure test Dave because ChatGPT is not perfect. Don't think it is. But it's a good little thing to kind of help you move along. So let's get into, if I can find the damn page because my love to just be all over the place with little things I write down. But so that's workout. That's not diet. Where's diet? Where is diet? So we got, my diet is meal 1, the lean edition. I have kind of a leaner edition day and a more fun edition day. So option A for meal 1 is 6 eggs, 80 grams egg whites, a tortilla, and a little cheese. And the reason why I do it exactly like that is so I can switch over to having the most important meal of the day, serving it up Gary's way. I'm not Gary, that's just from SpongeBob, but the real ones know. Carne asada burrito and cheese. I get down on these guys. And as always, I have exactly 2 yerba mates every day. I like to call them mates because, it's like the British or the Australian, mate. This is my little mate here. So I got my 2 mates. That's always. So then meal 2 and 3 is a meal shake. And so I came up with that with my good buddy, Justin Brown, Geek Genetics. He's the man. I wouldn't be bodybuilding if it wasn't for Justin. But so we came up with this a while ago, and it is 300 grams egg whites, 160 grams oats, 3 scoops protein powder, and then I split that guy in half. The light turn off on me. Then I split that guy in half. So I have, it's 2 and 3. So I'll have one, I like to bring them with me to work, but sometimes, it doesn't quite happen. And I have them when I get home. And then meal 4, I have an option A and B. And option A is 2 Costco beef patties put on a rack, scraped. I put a good amount of barbecue sauce on my stuff, and a cup of rice. Option B, which is the fun version, is a whole bag of Trader Joe's orange chicken. It's the best orange chicken. Stop going to Panda Express. It sucks. Go to Trader Joe's. And a cup of rice. And then my rules for sweets, kind of funny, no sitting. And what I mean by no sitting is I don't know what my brain is. I don't know. I've been told I'm all this stuff. I don't know. I just know I'm all over the map. And I know that I really like sugar and I like to go nuts on anything that I like doing. So a lot of the time I'd get, especially as a kid, I'd sit down on the couch and, I homeschooled. And so, sometimes I cut out, I go eat a whole thing of ice cream or I go, get some change and go eat like a whole tub of icing when no one was home. And so, I'm just terrible at food choices. And so what I've done now is I've kind of limited that. And that's why I say the no sitting rule. And no sitting means, if I want some ice cream, instead of grabbing the whole entire thing and not being able to help myself, I go stand at the freezer and I have a couple bites. I leave the freezer open, so you already feel guilty about wasting power. Have a couple bites and you put it back, and then you're done. And so, you weigh that out. You have the peanut butter. For me, I'm a peanut butter. Here's the first food I ever ate was peanut butter. So, you take a scoop of peanut butter, and we're never taking an actual tablespoon, we're taking a shovelful. You're 190 calories right there, where 2/3 cup of a lot of ice creams are, 190 calories. So what's 2 bites, 3 bites of ice cream? Scratches my little itch, and then we put it back before we get in trouble. But so that is my diet. But yeah, so like I said, we got, loosely counted out like 12 weeks, but I will definitely adjust that one because I know it's not exactly 12. But Texas is coming up, and so this was the diet I came up with. I want to say it's when I did my first show this year. I've done 3 shows. I've fortunately won all 3, and I started doing this diet, and like 3 weeks in, I just got super lean. I was having fun. I made it. It's like I'm not a drill sergeant bodybuilder. I'm not rigid. I'm not disciplined. I'm not any of those things. I have to have fun. And so I started doing all these different things, and it just started clicking. And then I just decided to hop in a show, and that's kind of how all my shows have been this year. So my thought process is, let's just do this for, instead of 4 weeks, let's do this for 12 and see how my body, how it responds. So I'm excited, and this whole YouTube thing seems pretty fun. So I was kind of thinking, since I don't know what the hell I'm doing, maybe just comment and tell me what to do if I'm missing anything. Do I need to say more or less? I don't know. Here we are. But we're posting something because I'm getting a little sick of filming, and then that's it. It's just, I don't do anything with it. So we're posting this. It sucks. It's good. I don't care. Whatever. We're having fun. So that concludes my first YouTube attempt. Let me know how I did. If anybody sees this in the comments, and, I think people say like and subscribe. All that stuff. Thank you.